So we are talking about autoscaling, right? In autoscaling, we already have explored few topics like your Cloudwatch, okay, and SNS, and manual scaling we already have discussed, and here we'll be talking about dynamic scaling, okay, in autoscaling. So how it works basically. So Cloudwatch will keep monitoring what is the utilization of your EC2 instances, okay, and after that what it will do, it will send out a notification. For example, it watches and monitor the CPU utilization is more than 80% or 90% or 70%, whatever threshold we have designed. It will ask Autoscaling Group or dynamic scaling to either increase or decrease the number of instances, or maybe we can say either to scale up or scale in, okay. And at the same time, what Cloudwatch will do, Cloudwatch will also trigger out the SNS notification through which you will receive an email. And along with that, this in Cloudwatch, what we'll be configuring? We'll be configuring an alarm basically, right? What we'll be doing? We'll be configuring an alarm. Okay. So whenever this threshold of this particular alarm will get reached, what will happen? This Cloudwatch will ask Autoscaling Group to either scale up or scale down the number of instances, right? So this is what we're gonna achieve now. So before we proceed, let me also show you one particular diagram and then we'll proceed. Okay, I hope you're able to see this. So what Amazon CloudWatch do? CloudWatch is basically the monitoring service of AWS. So it will keep monitoring your alarms, okay? Whether we will be creating two alarms basically here. One is for scale up and the other one is for scale in or scale down. So whenever scale up will happen, like if the utilization goes what you defined, okay, if for example you defined if CPU utilization goes more than 70%, so if it goes more than 70%, it will ask Autoscaling Group to add one number of instances. Similarly, in here we will be defining when the CPU utilization goes less than 30%. Okay, so less than 30%, if it will go, what will happen? Then, for example, 20% is there. Then the utilization is less, right? So here it will also trigger an alarm and it will remove one number of EC2 instance. So this is how we're gonna do this. So to do this, what we will be doing, we'll go here in the AWS console, and initially we'll be creating our SNS. Okay. To create the SNS, what we'll be doing, we'll be creating one topic. Okay, here I go. And I can see one topic is already being there, but I'm fine. I need to create one. Here I go, and here we can see, okay, into the standard type, we have email, mobile application endpoints, and SMS, HTTP. So here we'll be creating standard one. So here I'll go, I can give it a name as SNS Cloudwatch, and same display name I wanted to have it here. And I will not explore other options at this moment of time because we are discussing about auto scaling, and I will create the topic. Okay, separately we'll discuss this out SNS and a few other options as well. Okay, but at this moment of time we'll be limited to this much as well, this much only. So here I go, and here we have the subscription. I'll go and I'll create a subscription. I want to trigger out a notification over the email, and I will be defining an email address here. I'll just go and I will say create subscription. So now subscription is being created, but it is in the pending confirmation status. So if I'll be refreshing that, I'm able to see the status is pending confirmation. So for that, I will be needing to go here on the email, And once I am on the email, I can see I received one email here. So I'll be clicking here, confirm subscription, and I can see the subscription is being confirmed. So basically, this subscription is being limited for particular interval of time. Okay, like it can't be like we'll come and we'll receive this after 1 week. Okay, we need to receive this within one particular interval of time. I believe it is 24 hour or 72 hour. I forgot that. Okay, but that's the time. So here, if I'll be refreshing this, then I should be I am able to see this is confirmed. Okay, that looks better. Now, what next I have to do is I'll be going here in the auto scaling group. Okay, and let's create this auto scaling group quickly. So here I'll go and I will be giving it a name as demo ESG and dev. Okay, for development, I'm considering it dev. Okay, so this is the name I'm giving. We already have a launch template which we created in our previous session. So I'm considering that launch template only. I'll be just going here, will be clicking next. Okay, and here what we'll be doing network, I want to have it into the default VPC which I have. And next I'll go, I want the EC2 instances to run in so and so availability zones. So here I go. Now, here we have the option that is availability zone distribution. So for example, here, if EC2 instance T2.micro, okay, as part of launch template, if I just go here, I would like to show you the launch template. If I just go here and I see where is this launch template? Okay, here. So if I just go here and here if I see launch template, here we have defined certain configurations like T2.micro. Okay, sometimes what happen in AWS data center, T2.micro will not be available into this particular availability zone or any other instance type which you have chosen that will not be available into that particular availability zone. If that will not be available, then what will happen? Then this auto scaling group will try to recreate the instance. Okay, so here we have this particular feature available. So first one says if the launch fail due to certain reasons into this particular availability zone, then auto scaling group will try to create the instance in other availability zone. That is your balanced best effort. The other one is balanced only. So here what it says, if for example due to some reason your EC2 instance is unable to get created into this particular availability zone, then again it will try to create into this particular availability zone only. Okay, so this will keep trying to balance, to keep the balance. Okay, so I don't need this. What I need balanced best effort. Okay, because I have seen certain scenarios where auto scaling group keeps trying, and unnecessarily we just keep seeing it. Okay, into the activity section. So here I am good. I will be selecting balanced best effort. Here I go. Now I don't need the load balancer at this moment of time. Later on, we'll be exploring this. And this VPC lattice configuration option is related to your network connectivity. Okay, so that we can choose if we need to do so, but we are not needing this. So we'll be going with no VPC lattice service. Here I go. This option we already discussed, right? So basically it shifted your all the EC2 instances to the healthy availability zone in case if one of availability zone goes unhealthy. So we are fine, health checks. Also, we are fine at this moment of time. We will be exploring this health check at the time of maybe like in next section, we will be discussing this. I'll be clicking on next. Health check grace period we already discussed, right? So it is like the time period delays the first health check until your instance finish initializing. So it is like whenever we have a new instance, it immediately doesn't starts to do the health check. Okay, it waited for a particular interval of time. So here I can say 150 seconds. So 150 seconds means 2.5 minutes. So here it will wait to do the health check, and I'm good. So here I go, I'll be clicking on next. So here I want to have the desired capacity, means how many number of instances I want to run at this moment of time, and what will be the minimum capacity to run the instance, and maximum I'm defining as 3. Okay, I am not defining any scaling policies at this moment of time. Now here we have the next instance maintenance policy basically. So instance maintenance policies, as I talked, in dynamic scaling, what happened, we don't manage or we don't do the scale up or scale down automatically, right? It happens automatically on the basis of utilization which we have. So here what we have, here we have the different instance maintenance policy. So first one is no policy. It means your launch, for example, any EC2 instance got unhealthy due to certain reasons. So what will happen? It will launch and terminate at the same time. Okay, sorry, it will launch before terminating others. Okay, what it will be doing? Initially, it will be launching an instance before terminating. Okay, next one. Lo mm, yeah, launch before terminating. For rebalancing, okay, sorry. Here there is a trick basically. For rebalancing, okay, if it needs to rebalance, what it will do, it will be launching before terminating, and in the rest of the scenarios, what it will do, it will be terminating and launch at the same time. Okay, so in no policies, basically it will be terminating and launching at the same time. Here, launch before terminating. So here what will happen? Initially it will launch and then it will be terminating. Next one is this, terminate and launch. So initially it will be terminating the EC2 instance and then it will launch. Okay. And in custom behavior, what we can do, we can define the healthy percentage, like how many EC2 instances we want minimum to keep run. For example, 10 instances are there, right? So what we want 90. It means 90%. It means 9 instances should minimum run. And we define maximum as 110. It means if the maximum capacity is 10, right? So it could have 11. Okay, like one additional instances we will be able to see for that particular interval of time. Okay, so that is your instance maintenance policy which we have. So here we go, and we don't need any instance maintenance policy at this moment of time, and we will be scrolling down here. So here we have additional features like instance scale-in protection. Scale-in protection means we don't want to reduce the number of instances, okay, that we can get enabled, or group metrics collection with Cloudwatch, we can get this enabled. And here we have one more, that is default instance warm-up, okay. So the amount of time that CloudWatch metric for new instances do not contribute to the as their usage data is not reliable yet. Okay. So that is your warm-up. Default warm-up is also being there, which you can get enabled, but we don't need this one as well. Okay. In fact, this one also we don't need. If needed, we can get this enabled. Not a problem. Here I go notifications. I'm not selecting this out at this moment of time. I'll be going next. Here I will be passing one tag. I'll be saying Autoscaling Group, and I will be clicking on next, and I will be creating an Autoscaling Group. Okay, so till the time it gets created or launched, do you have any concerns or questions?
No, guy, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So here I go, and here I am able to see into the activity instance is getting launched from 0 to 1, and other things will be same, which we discussed in our last session. Now what next we need to do is we'll be going here in automatic scaling, and we'll be creating this dynamic scaling policy. So here I'll go and I will be creating this simple scaling policy. And here I'll give it a name as scale up. Okay, scale up. And what to do? Add one capacity of unit. Okay, what to do? add one capacity of unit, and I'm defining it as a 180 seconds. Okay, so it will, like, whenever one instance will get added, okay, after that it will wait at 180 seconds, means 3 minutes, to do any other scaling activity. Here I go, I'll get the instance, I'll get the scaling policy created. Similarly, I'll go again and I will be creating one more scaling policy and I will be giving it a name as scale down. And here I'll say remove one capacity of unit and wait for 180 seconds whenever scale up or scale down happening. So time period is same. Okay, it looks better. So whenever this policy will get execute, it will wait for 180 seconds. It means 3 minutes to perform any other activity or to execute any other policy. Now, if you remember in our previous session, what we did, we were getting this executed manually, right? Now, I don't want to get them executed manually. I want them to be executed over the utilization. So how we'll be configuring that? To do that, here I will go on actions and I will click on edit. Okay. Once I click on edit, here we have something create a Cloudwatch alarm. So I'll be clicking here and after that, I will be selecting the metrics. Okay. So here we have different metrics available. Okay. Metrics means how through which we can capture the data. So here I'll go on EC2 and in EC2 we have the by auto scaling group. Okay. So here we have, okay, this is the auto scaling group name, which we have demo ASG dev, right? So here, if I'll be selecting this demo ASG dev here, I should be able to see some data. Okay, let me see if I'm able to see some data. Okay, not at this moment of time we are able to see the data. Why are we not able to see? Because at this moment of time the instance is just launched. So in fact, if I just go to this particular EC2 instance and if I just want to see the data, so basically CloudWatch hasn't captured any data at this moment of time. Okay, if I just go here to monitoring and here, okay, one dot I am able to see, right? Only one dot I am able to see for this particular instance. Am I able to see anything into the auto scaling group? Let's have a look. So here, okay, here I go to the monitoring. Okay, see, auto scaling group is yet not seeing any data here. That's better. Let me go to EC2 and let me see here if I'm able to see anything. Okay, auto scaling group is still not getting any data. But that looks better. Here I'll go and let me refresh this. Let me see if I'm able to see anything. Okay, yeah, I'm able to see this dot, right? So it means here I am good. Like this is the auto scaling group name, demo ASG dev, which we can validate. So we need to make sure we are choosing the right auto scaling group. Okay, so we want to have this alarm on the basis of this metric, which is CPU utilization. So here I'll be selecting this out. And once I select this out, I can see this was 14.3. After some time, I will be able to see this graph will be in zigzag or any other state once it will be capturing the data in every 5 minutes. So here I will say, okay, auto scaling name is this, and here I will say for maximum statistic is maximum. So I say when the CPU utilization for this auto scaling group is maximum for 1 minute. Okay. When the CPU utilization for this auto scaling group goes maximum for 1 minute greater than 70%. Okay. When CPU utilization for this auto scaling group goes more than 70%, then what to do? Go into the alarm state. Okay. What to do? Go into the alarm state. And send out a notification to this SNS Cloudwatch as well. Okay. Now I will be clicking on next, and here I'll give it a name as scale up alarm. Okay. Here I'll say next, and I am good. We can see the graph here as well. So the threshold is here only. Threshold is 70. So whenever it will go above the threshold, it will be triggering out an alarm. It looks better. Here I'll create an alarm. So now alarm is being created. I can see one alarm is already being there, but that is fine. Here it is into the insufficient data. So it means it is capturing the data, but it's the utilization at this moment of time. Okay. So here, if I'll be looking into this, I can see this is into the insufficient data only. Now let me do one thing. What I'll be doing, I'll just go here and I can see one number of EC2 instances being running here, right? I will be selecting this. I'll just copy this and I will be connecting with this EC2 instance. Okay. So now my concern is how this alarm will get triggered. This alarm is into the state of okay. It means the CPU utilization at this moment of time is less than 70%, right? What I want this alarm to get triggered, right? Then only I will be coming to know whether the number of instances into the auto scaling group is getting increased or decreased, what is happening, right? So at this moment of time, we can see minimum is 1 and maximum is also 1. And if I just go to the activity, I am able to see, okay, only one instance is being running at this moment of time. So what I'll be doing, I have connected with this etc to instance and I'll just go here, okay, and I will say increase CPU utilization in Linux. Okay, and here I'll go into this particular article. Okay, and if I scroll down, you can see this particular command. Okay, I'll be copying this and I will be executing this command. Okay, so now I got this executed. What we'll be doing, let me go here to this EC2 instance. As part of this auto scaling group, we can see only one instance is there. I'll be going here, I'll be selecting this out. If I just go to monitoring, I should be able to see something here. Okay, so here what I'll be doing, I want to see the data in every 1 minute. I can say, or let me say 1 second. Okay, I want this to refresh in every 1 second. I want, okay, 1 minute. I want to see the data of 1 minute, I can say, not 1 second. Okay, we can see this data code. Let me change this to local time zone. Okay, for 10:55, this data has been captured. Okay, approx 10:55. Now at 11 o'clock, basically the data should get captured. We should have that data point. So I would like to show, can you see this round circle, small round circle? Here, the other one is this.
Yes, I can see. Yep.
Okay, so basically what do we call them? We call them as a data point. Okay, so what CloudWatch does, CloudWatch monitors, right? CloudWatch monitors your EC2 instances. So if it is monitor, so initially CloudWatch monitor at this moment of time, 10:45. Okay, later on it monitor 1050. So it means it is capturing at every 5 minutes of interval, right? And where it is capturing, it is data point. You can see this. Your CPU utilization has gone approx this 92%, right? So here, if you just go, you can see your scale up alarm has been triggered, right? The CPU utilization has gone more than 70%. That's why your scale up alarm has been triggered. So if scale up alarm has been triggered, what will happen here? Hmm. Alarm is there, right? You can see this alarm. Okay, it goes more than 70%, but you're defined. So your auto scaling group will get triggered, and while it will get triggered.
Because by we put I think 130 second. That's why.
No. 130 seconds is already being over. It's a first
Okay.
time this alarm got triggered, right? Okay, so
Okay.
let this get, in a while it should get. Okay. I understood this. I understood. Why this didn't work? Okay, I will show you. I understood this. Okay, we have missed one step here. What is the step? So step is, let me report this instance. Okay, and the CPU utilization will go normal. We have missed one step here. Okay, what is that step? So I have reported this instance. So as soon as we will be reporting this instance, the CPU utilization will come back to normal. Okay, because instance is being reported, and the processes which we executed, those processes would get killed. So that's why the CPU utilization will come back to normal. So here, if you just go in a while, you should be able to see the alarm will come back, and maximum. Okay, this one will come down back. Okay, what process we missed basically? So here, if I just go to the auto scaling group, and in the auto scaling group, we went to the auto scaling automatic scaling, right? So here, if I just go scale up, this is the scale up, right? What we had to do, we had to click on edit, and we need to integrate this CloudWatch alarm with our scaling policy, right? Then only CloudWatch alarm will come to know this policy needs to be executed into the auto scaling group, right? At this moment of time, what happened? This alarm got triggered, okay? But your scaling policies didn't trigger. So here we need to integrate this. So now we need to get this updated. But one thing, you may have received a notification related to this, that is for sure. Okay, because your notifications are being triggered, you can see, okay, you can see notification, SNS notification is being triggered to you. Why? Scale up alarm, okay, from state change from okay to alarm. And at this moment of time, okay, all these things you are able to see. But you didn't integrated your CloudWatch alarm with the auto scaling group. Okay, so that's what we were missed. So here we'll go, and if now I'll be seeing the utilization. We can see the utilization has come back to 37.8. Okay, or it will be coming back uh, to lower as well. Okay, so again, what we'll be doing, we will just go here. Let me restart the session. Okay, again, I'll go. I will be pasting this out. And again, I'll be executing this command. Okay, now we are good. Now, if we'll go here in the instances, what will happen in a while, we should be able to see the data. And I can change this to a local time zone so that we can relate with our timings basically. So in a while, we should be able to see where the utilization has been reached. And here, if you just go to your alarms, you can see your alarm is into the OK state at this moment of time. So again, if I just go here, we will be keeping an eye. As soon as Cloudwatch will get the data point, or Cloudwatch will monitor what the utilization is at this moment of time, then it will be triggering out an alarm. Okay, see again where it reached, right? You can see this. Okay, again the utilization has been increased. It has gone approx 98%, right? So here, if you just go to the alarms, if you will be refreshing this, you should be able to see this is into the alarm state. Okay, so now as it has gone into the alarm state, we are supposed to receive one more email, which we have received here. And here, if I just go to Autoscaling Group, and if I refresh this, I should be able to see, okay, desired capacity has been changed to 2. And if I just go to the activity, here I am able to see, okay, launching an instance. Why is it launching? A monitor alarm, scale up alarm instead triggered, changing the desired capacity from 1 to 2. Okay, was started in response to a difference between desired and actual capacity, increasing the capacity from 1 to 2. Right? That's why alarm triggered. That's why one new instance got added. Okay, because the utilization has been increased. Any questions here?
No, but I got it.
Okay, that's better. So now if I just go here, if I refresh this, then it should go into a another state, this alarm, okay, which will be insufficient data, right? Then it will be again validating what is the CPU utilization on both of these EC2 instances. Because here we are able to see earlier we had one EC2 instance, now we have two EC2 instances, right? One is in 1B and the other one is in 1C, right? So it will be validating what is the CPU utilization on both of these, and accordingly it will trigger out an alarm. So here what we have, let's go, let's refresh this. Okay, yeah. This is in alarm state only. Okay, let's go. Okay, so see the CPU utilization here is more than 90% only. Okay, it means if you just go here, refresh this. Have we received any other email? No, not yet, right? Here, if I just go, see, one more instance got added. Okay, why it got added? Because your in alarm has not been removed yet. Okay, because we have defined one thing is we defined less time period, right? That is of 180 seconds. So until the other EC2 instance came up, this third one, right, and is able to share the load. Okay, basically in our scenario, we have the load on one particular instance only, not onto the other one. But here, if other instance will come up, then it will be sharing the load, right? So that the CPU utilization into this particular instance will come back to normal. But here, this is what has not been happened. So that's why your alarm has remained into the alarms in alarm state, and it has launched one more EC2 instances into your auto scaling group, right? So here we can see in alarm triggered scale up policy, changing the desired capacity from 2 to 3. One thing you can see here, the initial one, it got executed at 11.5 and then it got executed at 11.9. Okay, so it is 57 at the, okay, and it is equivalent to 11.6, right? So it took approx 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, it triggered. Okay, why? Because your utilization has not come back to normal. Now still you are able to see this is into the in alarm state. Okay, because because in one of your EC2 instances the CPU utilization is still more than 90%. So what we can do basically here we can restart that this particular EC2 instance to bring our CPU utilization to normal. Okay, but before doing that, we can do one thing. Okay, what we need to do, here we go. Let's go here to your auto scaling group. Okay, and here we created this dynamic scaling policy. Okay, and here I will be going to scale down. I will click on actions. I will say edit. Here also I will be creating one Cloudwatch alarm, and I will be defining metrics. So metrics will be same. We'll go to EC2, and in EC2 we will be defining auto scaling group. Here this is the CPU utilization. I will be selecting for your auto scaling group. Okay, we can see the graph. I will be selecting this out, and here I will say what I will say when the CPU utilization for maximum 1 minute, okay, is lower than or equal to, I say 40%. Whenever it is less than 40%, okay, what to do? Trigger an alarm, okay, and here send a notification as well. I will be clicking on next. I will be giving it a name as scale down alarm. I will be clicking on next, okay, and here I will be creating an alarm. So now alarm is being created, which is into the insufficient data mode, and here I will be selecting this out. I will be integrating this CloudWatch alarm with our scaling policy. So whenever this alarm will trigger, what it will do, it will be removing one EC2 instance and it will wait for 180 seconds for another scaling activity. And I will click on update. So now we have two alarms basically. So 1 second, it says refresh. We should have alarms for both of them. Yeah, we can see here. So whenever the CPU utilization is less than 40%, it will be removing one capacity of unit. Okay, we are good. I will just go here. So utilization is being high. So I will just go and I will reboot the instance. Okay. So once the EC2 instance will get reboot, what will happen? Your CPU utilization will come back to normal. And if your CPU utilization comes back to normal, what will happen? Your which alarm will get triggered? Scale down or scale up?
Scale down.
Scale down, right? Okay. Yeah, this alarm will get triggered and this one will come into the state of okay. Or into the normal state, it will come back. So at this moment of time, scale down is okay because the CPU utilization is more than 70%, which we have defined. In a while, this data is going to be changed. Once your EC2 instance will get rebooted successfully, then we should be able to see this. So here we can see 3 instances are being running. And here, if I just go to the auto scaling group, here also we have the monitoring, right? And let me go here to the EC2. Okay, we can see CPU utilization. Okay, basically it is showing the average. Okay, not maximum. If I want to see the maximum, we will be able to see it as 90% or something like that. And in a while, this should get dipped down once our EC2 instance will come back as normal. Okay, we can see it from here. We can also see it at the instance level. This was an instance, right, which was in 1B. We can see at the instance level as well, anything is being fine for 1 minute maximum. Okay, see, this got dipped down, right? So now it has come to 2.2%. So now what will happen here also, you should be able to see, okay, this has got dipped down. Here, if you just go to the alarm, see this, what will happen? The scale down alarm got triggered, right? Your scale up alarm is into the OK state because the CPU utilization is less than 40%. But why scale down alarm triggered? Scale down alarm got triggered. Why? Because the CPU utilization is less than 40%. So if it is less than 40%, what it will do? It will remove one EC2 instance. Okay. So how will it remove? If you just go here into your auto scaling group, you can go to the activity, and into the activity, you should be able to see terminating EC2 instance this, a monitor scale down alarm in alarm triggered policy. Okay, changing the desired capacity from 3 to 2. Also, if you just go here, you can see the notification you are receiving because your scale down alarm has been triggered is into the alarm state, right? And when it got triggered, all those data is being there, okay, in the UTC format. So you also get the notification for it. So in case if you are working for an organization, here you will be having one ticketing tool and you will be getting a ticket for it. Okay, so that you can just go and validate if everything is being fine or you are getting frequent alerts. What is it? So that will be possible. Or sometimes, there are ticketing tools which will help you, like which will not trouble you, in fact. And like there are certain configurations which we define or parameters we define. So if it says it, if it looks it is normal, one or two alerts are being normal, it will auto resolve as well. Okay, so it depends on ticketing tools. So here, if I just go now, what will happen? Again, one alarm should trigger. Okay, although we can see the alarm is there, but here if I just go again, what do you think? What is going to happen? Either it will launch instance or it will be terminating an instance after 3 minutes.
Launch an instance.
Why? Why launch?
Oh, sorry. Terminate. My bad.
Yeah, it will be terminating one more instance. Why it will terminate one more instance? Because the CPU utilization is less than 40%, right? That's why it will be it will be terminating one more instance in a while, right? And your scale down alarm will keep into the alarm state. Here you go. Okay. One more thing. For example, if you want to see when this alarm got triggered last time, okay. So how can you check that? So to see when this alarm got triggered, okay, you can go here onto this alarm and you can go at the history. So if you just go to the history here, you will have all the updates. Okay. At this interval of time, your alarm updated to the OK, from OK to in alarm. Okay. SNS triggered, it got updated, scale up alarm updated, configuration update. Okay. And and this. Okay. Because we integrated that, right? And all these things you will be able to see here. Similarly, for scale down alarm as well, if you just go here and if you want to see the history, you are able to see. Okay, so you got this created, you updated the configuration, it was insufficient data, and you got it integrated. Okay, and after that, what happened? Successfully executed this. Okay, so all these things, it got triggered this scale down alarm, right? So all these things you should be able to see here in the history as well. So here, if I just go to scale down alarm, okay. Now, if I just go, I refresh this. Okay, you can see desired capacity has been changed to 1. Why? Because the CPU utilization is still less than 40%, right? So that's why the desired capacity has been changed from 2 to 1. and your alarm got triggered. Scale down alarm got triggered. So do you have any questions or any doubts here?
No, bhai, I got it.